Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Election Brief. And coming up today, flag bearer of Progressive People's Party suspends his campaign in Salaga in the northern region after his vehicle knocked and killed 3 people. We will get details. The opposition MPP in the eastern region is also accusing the governing National Democratic Congress agents there of collecting voter ID cards of MPP members there under the pretext of giving them soft loans under a microfinance scheme. And a security analyst is warning against the manipulation of audio material and images via social media to create tension in the country ahead of the 2016 general elections. We will hear from him. All this and more in the next 20 minutes on your Election Brief. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Arba Kumson. Now, when you're a politician and you're on the road campaigning, one thing that you cannot discount is the possibility of your convoy getting involved in an accident. I mean, it happened to almost all of them, the president inclusive. And today, 3 people in the northern regional town of Salaga lost their lives when a campaign vehicle belonging to Dr. Pa Kwesi Indum, flag bearer of the Progressive People's Party, knocked them down. The Nissan pickup car knocked down the 3 who were on a motorbike heading towards Gonja from the Salaga North in the East Gonja district. Dr. Indum on Tuesday addressed a rally at Tatale and was expected at Salaga Wednesday before the accident occurred. Well, Christopher Mensah Amu is our sister station, Adom FM's regional correspondent in the north, and he joins us from Salaga for an update on the situation. Good afternoon, Christopher.
Good afternoon.
So, describe to us exactly what happened.
All right, pickup branded with images of the presidential aspirant and the parliamentary candidates for Kumbungu constituency, Abubakar Abdul Fatah, belonging to the Progressive People's Party, PPP, today at about 10:40, ran into 3 Fulanis who were on their way from Salaga to Bunjai. Today, the CPP have a rally at Bunjai, and the third pickup with registration number GT2926-2012 was also from Bunjai. He uploaded chairs at Bunjai, the rally grounds, and decided to stroll the Bunjai-Salaga road. So it was on his way that he ran into the Fulanis, also on a motorbike, killing 3 of them with the little child with them on admission currently at the Salaga Government Hospital.
So what is the PPP saying about that? We understand that Dr. Indum was expected to, hold a rally at Salaga and that he has suspended his campaign in the wake of this accident. What's the party saying about this?
Yes, because of the incident, the Fulanis also were trying to stop the campaign from taking place at the stipulated venue, but the CPP also couldn't hold the rally. They had to leave back to Tamale. So currently they are in Tamale, and the issue has been referred to the Tamale Police Command for further investigation.
Christopher, thank you very much. Christopher Mensah Amono is our sister station, Adom FM's correspondent in the northern region, bringing us that update on that accident involving the PPP vehicle. Now, let's move on to the eastern region, which today has been a beehive of activities for the opposition New Patriotic Party. The party is accusing the governing National Democratic Congress's agents there of collecting voter ID cards of MPP members in the New Drabin North constituency under the pretext of giving them soft loans under a microfinance scheme. According to the MPP, not only has the NDC agents refused to return the ID cards, they have also declined to give them the soft loans as well. The party says this would disenfranchise their members. At a news conference Wednesday at Ifiduase, NPP Secretary for New Drabin North, Edward Asantintri, called on the police to intervene or risk the party taking matters into their own hands. Okay, we can get details of that from our correspondent Maxwell Kudako, who was at that press conference. What else has the party been saying, Maxwell? Hello, Maxwell. If you can hear me, I was asking you, what else has the party been saying with regards to this claim they make against the NDC?
Well, about they believe that this incident is a calculated attempt by the NDC to disenfranchise most of their members. So they are sending a word of caution to the police service to intervene and retrieve all the ID card that has been collected from their members, as they would ensure that their members who do not have ID card participate in the December post-election. They also allege that the NDC candidate in the New Jabinot constituency, Mr. Apeu Haruna, has been illegally transferring votes from the Kofodia Nursing and Midwifery Training School to the New Jabinot constituency. They claim these nursing trainees are not residents of the New Jabin constituency, but they have been giving money and they have effected transfer of their vote to the constituency. They, however, sent a word of caution to these students that they will resist any attempt they will make in on December 7th to exercise their franchise in the constituency because they are not a resident. They don't reside in the constituency. However, the regional director of communication for the MPP in the Eastern region, Mr. David Pra, also indicated that there has been series of attacks on members of the MPP in the Eastern region, and then the very recent one is the attack on the Electoral Commission officials in the Suhum municipality or the Suhum constituency. So they have also sent a word of caution to the Ghana Police Service to be on the alert and then ensure that the NDC tax who have been attacking their members and the EC officials should be brought to book. They have also sent a word to the IGP that it should effect the arrest of these tags who threaten to kill EC officials. Other than that, the MPP will respond in equal measure with brutality anytime the NDC attack any of their members in the region.
Thank you very much, Maxwell Kudako there. And as you heard him say, the party's regional communications director has also been speaking. He's been making fresh allegations against the NDC. David Process, the NDC's parliamentary candidate for New Jabin North, Haruna Apo, is mobilizing nurses from the Nursing and Midwifery College to transfer their votes in the constituency, even though they are not resident in the area. He's also been responding to Vice President Kwesi Emisa Arthur's recent comments on short people. Listen.
Promise the good people of this country that when voted in power, he will establish one industry very possible, and we believe in Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo to be able to do that. However, Dramani Mahama, he has exhibited gross incompetence, a failure, and he has failed in the form of people, his appointees, looting the JIDA money. His appointees looting the SADA money meant to develop the northern part of this country. His appointees have stolen the money. And in view of this, the region recently, he had nothing to say. He couldn't outline anything. However, he only made a statement that short people are not able to see what Mahama's government has done. With that statement, it's insulting. It's insulting to us who are not tall. But we believe and we trust that it is better to be short and competent than to be tall and practice gayism, sexuality. It is better to be shot. We want the vice president to note that it is better to be shot and competent and have the nation at heart and not to steal from the nation than to be tall and practice gayism and the stealing of the state resources. As promised, the good people.
So is the MPP's Eastern Regional Communications Director, David Pra, there. We're staying in that region because the former finance minister under the Kufuor administration, Yao Osafo-Maafo, has been speaking. The former MP for Achim Oda says the MPP will prove to the NDC that the Eastern region is their stronghold. As you know, the NDC has vowed to capture half of the seats in the region. But speaking at a campaign launch of the MP for Ibuakwa North, Gifty Chum Ampofo, the former minister dismissed the NDC's declaration and explained why President Mahama does not deserve another term.
Every 4 years, you have to political party, your multi-party democracy, and political party no. President, you have to Rollins, NDC, and Rollins, my president. Yes, sir. You have to my Eurocufo, MPP, and Eurocufo, my president. NDC, you have to my Fiamma Tribunal anyway. One time, and I am a friend, and I'm one friend here. And I walk John Mahama, also have them, and I was here. So, but 2 minutes at Maso Yaza. Then this segment at Waso. Then this segment at Waso. Was saying Jagan for. And was saying another 4 years. Also in Prenu. Also in Prenu. Rollins also in present. In Prenu. Also in present. In Prenu. Mahama said, and this is what the fear watching. I fear, yes, some.
So that's a former finance minister under the Kufuor administration, Yao Osafo-Maafo there. Let's shift our attention onto the NDC now, because the party is downplaying the impact that the decision by some members of the party in the Volta region to contest as independent candidates will have on its electoral fortunes. As you know, a list emerged earlier this week purportedly from the NDC in the Volta region, which is usually referred to as the party's World Bank. It lists candidates seeking to contest as independents in constituencies such as Akan, Ho Central, Agotime Ziope, North Dai, Akachi South, Ketu South, which has 3 independent candidates, and North Tong, among others. The party's regional chairman, Japon Kujo, has confirmed the list is genuine, but says the situation won't adversely affect their chances in the region.
They should give us the correct information on the ground and not to deceive anyone. You understand? Because definitely we are in a system where we have a stiff opposition, where people will get up to say no, it's not been done if you haven't done it. People say yes, you have done it when you haven't done it. Especially when the president wanted an evidence, based, what do you call it, address, and he was showing it. So definitely people will also want to show whether there's evidence or not. And for that matter, the technical should be up and doing very seriously. It is very important. You can't just, embarrass, the president in such a situation. You understand? Yes. Thank you.
So that's the NDC's Volta Regional Chairman, Japon Kujo there. Well, speaking of candidates who have served notice they would be contesting as independents, the opposition MPP has had its fair share of that. From Kwadasu to Ablikma West and other areas, there are several defeated candidates seeking to contest the parliamentary polls on their own. The party says it is engaging disgruntled members who have decided to contest as independent parliamentary candidates to return to the fold. This follows reports that as many as 23 persons have broken ranks to contest as independent candidates. acting general secretary of the MPP, John Boyd, has been speaking to Joy News. He says such occurrences are not new and that the party will continue to reach out to such members.
The Kuma West issue is even entirely different. He opted out of the contest, you understand. In other places, few of them contested and lost and decided to go independent. I think that, you see, if such things happen, you need to take a position. As for political observers and scientists, they will say they are bits because they are not practitioners.
Yeah, but their point,
because they don't know what has been going on behind the scenes. There are situations that you need to also motivate the very people who are standing up for you as a party. There are situations where people who go independent create more problems for you. You understand? There are situations where people who go independent end up reducing the margins, especially the presidential margins of the political party. So you need to be very, very...
Under which will you place that Blakema West one?
Oh, it's the process that he did not find it convenient, you know, and I think that we still will have to, obviously, for the parliamentary, we are going to win. Isla is an astute and practical politician. We are going to win. But that's notwithstanding, we think that we will still open our arms, and those who felt or in one way or the other did not agree with the process.
Well, one of those areas that's likely to split the votes for the MPP is the Ablekuma West constituency in the Greater Accra region, where Esla Owusu is MP. Constituency chairman for the area, who's disgruntled, has insisted he will run as an independent. Well, only yesterday, Nana Ekufuado took his campaign to the area where Esla Owusu addressed the crowd. Listen.
Your fruit, your panel, and your piano. Yafe now, when you're baby. Yet your swatchy and your dear.
You always have to support a performing candidate. This is not a time for experiment on any candidate. All we know is the elephant. I am the parliamentary candidate for the party, and Nana is our candidate, so vote for us.
Presidential, and then Nana
So that's Eslo. So she's the parliamentary candidate for Ablekuma West. She's contesting on the ticket of the MPP. Well, still on the MPP, the party's flag bearers today taking his campaign to Ayawaso Central constituency. Latif Idris is our reporter. He joins us on the line with the latest. Latif, where's the MPP flag bearer now, and what's happening where you are?
Yeah, Araba, as I speak with you now, we are in the Ayawaso Central constituency. And the reception has been great, Araba, far and above what happened in Ablekuma West constituency yesterday. Here we have lots of party faithful and passers-by. We have businesses, business owners, all of them coming out, pouring on the street to cheer up the candidate for the new Patriotic Party, Nanado Ekufuado. Now, Nanado and the incumbent member of parliament for this constituency, I'm talking about Henry Corsi, have both taken turns to address supporters here in the constituency. The core by Nanado is that John Mahama and the NDC have collapsed the National Health Insurance Scheme. They put the economy on its knees. The senior higher education is not free as we speak. Nanado has promised that if given the nod as president, he's going to make it free for the less privileged to also access secondary education without any difficulty. Now, if you recall, this constituency has been a stronghold for the MPP. Sheikh Isikwe, popularly known as Agbena, this was his constituency. Now he exited and then Henry took over. Today, Sheikh Isikwe mounted the platform and also called on Ghanaians to vote out the NDC government, saying that the days for the thieves are over, and so there is the need for Ghanaians to try Nana Ekufuado, and he's promised them that he is the man
who can take Ghana to the promised land. Now we can take a listen to what Nanado has also been telling party faithful here in the Yawaso Central constituency.
Vice President 4 years. Babedi President 4 years. Ose eduma oba ya magana follow. Owie. If you for 4 years you can so be something. Eduma be no oba ya ma you. Don't so no na ba be to aso ana. Ala eduma na eni ho. Era Mahama. Your mother 20 years, maybe I one district, one faction policy, and there is some market. The Akupo Mamma Choir, the Bible people so high and the Pepper, a Juma, Ghana ha. The Ghana for I am a crowd. Yes, the castle from here. I don't know your mother sister. About the sister, I am a Juma, I'm a hotel, I am a Juma, the
So that's the MPP flag bearer Nene Akufo-Addo there, and we'll bring you updates on his campaign as the day goes on. Now, security analyst Dr. Kwesi Enin has warned against the manipulation of audio material and images via social media to create tension in the country ahead of the 2016 general elections. He added that the use of irresponsible statements by political party leaders could develop an environment in which terrorist cells could survive. Dr. Enin was speaking to Joy News on the sidelines of an AU program here in Accra.
Two other things that I think we need to be conscious of as we head towards the election. One is the manipulation of audio, text, and speech in terms of social media. Okay, in the last 6 months or so, we've had about 2 or 3 instances where audio have been manipulated, where pictures have been manipulated, and I think going forward we've got to be very conscious of that. The final point relates to our behavior on December 7th. I think people should vote, yes, we should all go out there and do our civic responsibility, but please vote and go home. Don't loiter around, because it's that loitering around that leads to arguments, discussions, and shoving and shuffling that probably can lead to violence.
So that's security analyst Kwesi Enin there, and that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you for watching. Join us same time tomorrow. The Pulse with Evan Spencer comes up next.